So the situation is that we've got to Kidderminster and we're all stopped. There was a big fire at a tyre factory yesterday and there's pollutant in the water from the firemen, I suppose, and the environmental agency has instructed that the canal must close. So I'm told it could be days. Hey ho. So yeah, we've now got a proper traffic jam here. There's going to be more and more boats arriving here. So it's awkward. I mean, those guys dead ahead there on that little blue boat, Forget-Me-Not, are on holiday. They've got 2 days to get that boat back, so that's not going to happen. And me and Mrs L, well, we've got a few days to play with, so there are worse places than Kidderminster. I mean, that's a beautiful church, isn't it? Mrs Lumsden, what have you got to say for yourself?
Marks and Spencer's.
Right. So Mrs
TK
Lumsden,
Maxx.
she knows where the shops are. She's found that, so she'll do for 2 days here. The last thing they need is pollutant getting into the river system, so you have to understand that it's the right thing to do. They're going to sample what the pollutant is, and then they're going to make a decision on what we do from then on. This boat that's just coming up now, that went through first before they stopped it, so they've sent it back. They've turned it round, it's coming back up. So we'll see. Very often you hear these closures are going to take place, and then suddenly half an hour later everything's good to go.
Sorry, I missed most of what was going on. So the Environment Agency, so the fire last night caused...
Because the firemen putting it out has caused pollutants to run down and into the canal. So apparently further down there they've got it boomed off to stop the pollutants spreading along the canal.
Right.
Obviously if we use the locks that's going to get water flowing,
yeah.
which is dangerous. So until they've assessed what the pollutant is, because they don't know what it is.
Right, sorry, I thought I was getting mixed up in understanding how the river came into it when we were on the canal. Sorry.
Because the river because when you're flowing locks, if there's too much and it goes down slipways and things like that, it finds its way.
That's all I wanted to
So
know.
there's a chance that some of it has found its way into this watercourse anyway, but it will have now flowed away. So we'll see, Mrs Lumsden. We'll go and find out what they're saying. We're all right. We can address our route as necessary.
I can just go home.
Or you can jump on train and go home and leave me in some peace and quiet for a couple of days. There's a bit of fishing, a bit of whiskey drinking. I'll invite the lads down. We'll have a little party.
I'm up for that.
A little pollution party.
Where's the train go from Kidderminster to New Street and then New Street home?
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
She's cheeky. So there's fire brigade still taking water from the canal, doing a bit of damping down. As you can see there's a nasty slick of stuff going on. I suppose if you've had rubber burning and melting, then it's ever likely going to get some into the water course, isn't it? But they're not thinking about me on holiday. What's going on there? How unreasonable of them. Mrs Lumsden's loving it though, because she's getting to chat to firemen. You know how fickle she can be at times. Having a little chat with a fireman. I tell you what, he was only about a year older than her son.
I'm not sure whether you say chat. There was a little bit of flirting going on.
Was there? Did you see how old he was?
I didn't see how old he was because
Well,
I haven't got my lenses in.
Well, think about what's appropriate in life.
He was a handsome fireman. That's all that counts.
He was young and handsome.
He was handsome. He was a fireman.
You fox. This water's really vile. I don't know whether this is coming out on the camera properly, but that is like oil.
Would that just be on the surface? So what about all the little fishes underneath? How are they breathing?
I don't know. The smell here as well is like an oily, rubbery smell. It's just, I think we're here for 2 or 3 days. Well, there's no fish floating at the moment, so hopefully they can skim this off as quickly as possible and all will be good. But you can see around the plants over there, the bottom leaves where they've been in the water, just covered in black. So it's not going to be long before there is a threat to sort of fish life, I'm sure. There's that lovely iridescent colour of diesel and chemicals on the water. It's not a terribly lovely thing to have happened, but I always marvel at the colours that occur when you get that. But the poor fish. And as ever, in a town centre area, not only have you got the surface pollution from a one-off event, you've got the old shopping trolleys of doom, the canal equivalent to an iceberg. So there we've got a boom.
So does that go straight down?
No, it'll just normally just sit on the top, I think, because obviously fish might want to swim out, I suppose. It just stops the surface film spreading.
Basically all the fishes on this side live and all the fishes on the other side.
Well, no, because they can swim out. It just stops the surface film travelling up the canal.
So all the fishes that are at the other end that stuck into the black stuff, why don't they also look in what?
Because the fish won't think to come this way, because fish don't think that way. They don't all think, oh, it looks like there's some pollution on the surface, I'll swim that way because I've heard there's a boom being put across the water. So as it stands at the moment, there are very few dead fish knocking about, but you can see the poor little things struggling underneath it, starting to rise up now to try and get some fresh air, some fresh water, I think. But unfortunately, I feel some of these may well be doomed. See the black line over against the wall there, where the water level's dropped. It's just left that black line, look, nasty. Stroke, stroke, stroke. So hopefully they'll get this sorted pretty soon, because we're starting to see floating fish now, which is not nice at all. So the queue continues building. We've got, see my finger, up there, there are loads of boats, loads of holiday boats. They've all got to get somewhere. But here we have Chris and Joe. Hi, Chris and Joe.
Hi.
Chris and Joe are new to narrowboating. So they've come across possibly the most extreme situation of a lockdown on a canal that I've come across so far. So what do you think of it, guys?
We're all right with it. There's a supermarket there. What are you going to do?
Absolutely. So they're going with the flow. That's the way narrowboating should be. Whereas my missus up there, she just wants to go bloody shopping again.